So this video has been circulating Twitter for the last couple of days, and it is the SpaceX Roadster doing a launch. So is this real or is this fake? And also today I want to jump in just how fast that is and how fast the Roadster will be. Let's jump into this. Okay, first of all, guys, if we could like the video, I'd love to try and hit 100 likes on this video. The last video did hit over 100 likes. Salute to you guys. Absolutely amazing. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. We do videos 3 times a week at the least at the moment. And yeah, we're racing to 1,000 subs. We're nearly at 800. Blowing my mind. Thank you very much, guys. Okay, so this video has been circulating Twitter quite a lot. Supposedly, it's the SpaceX Roadster doing a launch. It's doing a launch. And I know a lot of you are going, it's fake, it's fake. But I was actually sent this video as a kind of like, hey, look, they're testing the SpaceX Roadster. Like, here it is, they're testing it. Honestly, a lot of other people on Twitter are also posting it thinking this is real. So we know this isn't real. It is actually CGI. But I do want to look into how fast the SpaceX Roadster will be and how fast the base model Roadster will be. We've actually got some fantastic videos now and some unseen footage as well that I think will be good to weigh into the equation of how fast these vehicles are going to be. So let's look at the videos, let's look at the numbers, and let's stack these cars up against other vehicles just to see how fast they really are. But first, I want to point to the creator of the original video, and I want to give him a massive, massive shout out. He hasn't got enough followers, in my opinion, on Twitter, so go follow him. And I think he's on Instagram as well, and he does CGI renders on both platforms. He is a CGI artist and an aircraft avionics engineer. His name is Slav Popovsky. I'm probably not saying that right. So if you go onto Twitter, his handle is pslavy. At pslavy. I'll put that up on screen and in the description. And also you can find him on Instagram at pslavy_3D_VFX on Instagram. Again, I'll link that in the description. I want to give him a massive shout out because he's not just a CGI artist. He takes into account the numbers. So the video of the SpaceX Roadster doing the launch is actually what it would look like if the SpaceX Roadster launches in 1 second. It will look that quick. Now, it doesn't mean that the car's going to look like that. The thrusters will probably be in different places, in my opinion, because there's supposed to be 10 thrusters. But that is sort of what the launch will look like. He also does renders of Cybertrucks. Go check him out. He's definitely worth a follow on both platforms. I expect that the Tesla SpaceX Roadster will launch in under a second. Or around a second. I believe it will hit those speeds. Just before Slav posted the render in the CGI, he also posted a video of a Supra doing a launch, doing a quarter mile, and it has a 0 to 60 speed of 1 second. So he posted that saying, look, this is what the Roadster would also look like, the SpaceX Roadster. And it's pretty crazy to see. So here's that video. But this video actually had me questioning, is the SpaceX Roadster going to do a 0 to 60 of 1 second, or is it going to go much faster? And the reason for that is, as you can see by the video of the Supra, is the wheels are coming off the floor. It's in the air for a bit. And this is a huge problem when doing 0 to 60 in straight line speeds for any car that gets sub 2 seconds. It's the downforce. It's keeping it on the floor. And that is why I think the SpaceX Roadster will actually be capable of doing a faster time than 1 second. But just for fun, here's what 1 second looks like on a few different vehicles. So why do I think the SpaceX Roadster could come under the 1 second mark? Well, in an early tweet from Elon about the SpaceX Roadster, he said that there would be 10 thrusters seamlessly put around the vehicle to help with handling and cornering. So in my opinion, that means that there will be some of the thrusters used to create downforce. What does that mean? Well, it means a lot quicker 0 to 60. Slav's rendering, a lot of people think that it's just going to be a big thruster out the back. And I'm not saying that Slav wouldn't have been able to do it. It probably would have been a lot extra to put 10 thrusters. But a lot of people think it's just going to boost it from the back. But that isn't the case. That's not how it's going to work. I don't think people realize how important downforce is. And with this new tech implemented on vehicles, it's going to just blow the realms of 0 to 60 to pieces. It's going to change what 0 to 60s look like. The idea of what you're able to do with the car is going to be on another level. This thing is going to eat track records for breakfast. It's going to decimate vehicles on tracks. It's going to destroy lap records. And I would go as far as saying that this car is going to be pitted up against F1 cars and be competing with F1 cars around the track. And I know people are thinking, that's shocking, that's ridiculous, you don't know what you're talking about. We've never seen this tech before. We've never seen anything like this that can articulate force in this manner so that a vehicle can get round a corner in this way, so that it can launch in a certain way, so that it can have enough downforce and a certain amount of downforce in this way. We've never seen this before. The closest thing to this would be an articulated wing, having an articulated spoiler or something that can, a spoiler that can move. There's not much like this. So as Elon put it, the Generation 2 Roadster, the base model, is the hardcore smackdown to internal combustion engines. If that is the case, the SpaceX Roadster is the nail in the coffin. Genuinely is the nail in the coffin. How can cars compete? It will be game over. It really will. So last month I was driving around in the Model S P90D and also the Model X P100D. They have 0 to 60 times of around 2.6 to 2.8 seconds. Let me explain, if you're not experienced that, let me explain what it feels like. It feels like someone's kicking you in the back. The first time you use it is actually shocking. Like, it actually shocks you. It like takes your breath away. You can't breathe for a second. And if and when I get the Roadster, because I am gunning for a Roadster in red, I will do as many test drives as possible. So hit me up, because I'd love to get people's reactions in those cars. If and when I get it, I need to start saving my pennies up. 2.6 seconds feels like a kick in the back. In fact, it's almost too fast for most situations. If you're being sensible, you need to really plan doing a launch. You can't just launch randomly on a road. Like, you need to make sure that you've got enough space ahead of you. You need to plan the whole quarter mile ahead of you, because in a second or so, in a few seconds or so, you're going to be at the other end of that quarter mile, and you need to make sure that you're not crashing into anybody or nobody's turning out or walking into the road. So the Roadster is going to be under 1.9 seconds, and that is just the base model. And just quickly to clear a lot of things up as well, the Founders Edition Roadster, the 250k Roadster, is not the SpaceX Edition Roadster. This Founders Edition is not going to have thrusters on it. It's not going to be the SpaceX Edition. Definitely not. The SpaceX Edition Roadster is going to cost a lot more than 200k. It's going to, honestly, will cost a lot more. The Founders Edition Roadster will literally be a Founders Series Roadster. It will have a sticker saying that it is a Founders Series. It will have a number of which Founders Series Roadster it is. It will just be a special limited edition Roadster, probably with a signature or something similar to the Signature Edition Roadster, the original Roadster, which is another car I want to try and get. But it basically just means that it will probably hold its value in years to come, because it was a rarer and more... it's like having a bicolore Lamborghini. Like, it's like special edition. It's a limited number are made, basically, which means it's a special edition. They're making 1,000, so it's not that limited, but you know, it's not the SpaceX edition, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So 1.9 seconds. Well, let's look at that.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready?
Heads back.
2,
1.
Holy crap! Whoa!
How was that?
That was insane, Plaid. I don't have words for it.
But this is my favorite video of all, and this was from the Tesla semi-truck launch event, the one that's on in the background right now. It might have been Franz who was driving at the time, and this is just before they started doing the test drives. He just like boosts off. He just does a little launch off to go to where they're going to do the test rides. And it looks insane. He teleports. It looks like something out of a Marvel movie. It's crazy. The sound of it sounds like a whip is being cracked. It's silent, but it's not, because the wheels screech and pew. It just sounds ridiculous. That's my favorite video of the Roadster launching. I haven't seen anything like it yet. It just looks how it probably is going to feel. Even for me, I know 1.9 seconds is no joke. It's faster than every other production car just about. It's going to leave Lamborghinis, it's going to leave Buggatis, it's going to leave the Ferraris of the world in the dust. They're going to be in your rear view, so far in your rear view. It's going to be crazy. In fact, 1.9 seconds is too fast. It's too fast. This isn't a toy. We're not talking about a toy. This isn't like a big boy's toy. This is a 2-ton machine. 1.9 seconds is dangerous. It's fast. So, you've got to be careful with these cars. And getting a Roadster for me is a decision I've not made lightly. I will probably drive the Roadster around in sport mode or maybe even chill mode. Like I don't expect to be driving it around in track mode or whatever it's going to be every single day. Similar to when I had the P100D and the P90D. A lot of the time I was either in sport mode or chill mode. Genuinely, you don't need to be in Ludicrous Plus mode all the time. So the only way I would get the SpaceX Edition Roadster is if Bitcoin moons, or if I won the lottery, then maybe I would consider buying the SpaceX Edition Roadster. Apart from that, I don't think I would get it. I see people saying the Performance Raven model with cheetah mode does 0 to 60 in 2.3, 2.4 seconds. So it's not that much faster at 1.9 seconds, but that's not how it works. First of all, I bet the Roadster will see 1.8 seconds. Elon said that 1.9 is conservative. I bet it will see 1.8 seconds. But it's not the 0.4 seconds or 0.5 seconds quicker. That's not what it is. It's the percentage difference. The SpaceX Roadster isn't going to feel 1 second faster than the base model Roadster. That's like saying that the difference will be felt similarly to a 0 to 60 launch of 6 seconds versus a 0 to 60 launch of 5 seconds. You'll feel the difference, but it's not going to be that much. And the SpaceX Roadster, it's not going to feel just 1 second faster. It's going to feel twice as fast. It's relative. It's going to feel twice as fast. It's the difference between having a 10-second 0 to 60 car, so kind of slow car, to a 5-second 0 to 60 car. You'll feel the difference a lot between a 10-second 0 to 60 and a 5-second 0 to 60. You're going to know the difference. That's the difference you're going to have between a normal Roadster, base Roadster, and a SpaceX Roadster. It's going to feel twice as fast. Now, we can't fathom what that's going to feel like. If you felt a 3-second car, it's going to be 3 times faster than that. It's going to blow your mind. So the Performance Raven Model S, a really, really quick car in the car world. Like, we're talking about a really quick car. 0.4 seconds is more like 20% faster. The Roadster is more like 20% faster. Not 0.4, 20% faster. That's a massive difference. That's crazy difference. And then when we're down in these low numbers, in these 2-second numbers, under 3 seconds, every 0.1 of a second is huge. It's major how different that feels. Tesla aren't trying to be 1 second faster than Bugatti. That's not what they're trying to be. They're trying to be twice as quick. Twice as quick as any other production car. Twice as quick. So it begs the question, what will it cost? If the car can do what it says we think it can do, if the car eats all the track records for breakfast, if it does a 0 to 60 in 1 second or faster, I suspect they could charge $1 million and people would pay it up 100%. This is beyond hypercar. The base Roadster is a hypercar in terms of its numbers. Not in terms of its price, but in terms of its numbers. This is beyond hypercar. This is twice as fast as any other hypercar. And that means it could be well over $1 million and people would pay it. Fact. It's going to happen. It would happen, sorry. But I don't think Tesla would charge $1 million for it, personally. I don't think they would. They could. I don't think they would. I think it's going to be around the 350 to 500K mark. I know that's varied, but I do think it'll probably be around that. I would love to know what you guys predict the SpaceX Roadster will cost. I'd love to know what you guys think. Bear in mind the Founders Edition's 250. The Founders Edition's 250K, so 100K more to be twice as fast. I'm probably underestimating that, actually. I mean, people are going to pay whatever they want anyway, but yeah, maybe around the 450K mark to 600K. It's so hard because Tesla are really good at coming under. The Founders Edition Roadster, the base Roadster, should cost 300-400 grand. With its figures, could cost in $1 million again, but they're not charging that. Anyway, this is how I want to end this video. As far as vaporware goes, this is the most vaporware thing there's ever been. It's like a mad drunk man has gone, yeah, I'll stick some rockets to a car, and it's vaporware. And people, that's in terms of description, is vaporware. It's ridiculous. People are talking about Nikola being vaporware. Well, this just blows them out of the water. But this will happen. In fact, I would put money on it that this SpaceX Roadster will happen. Once Elon says something's going to happen, it will happen. So he's going to do it. He will do it. But maybe it comes a little bit later. Maybe it takes 5 years before we see the SpaceX Roadster, but it will happen. So as far as this vaporware goes, Tesla will still produce it. How crazy is that? And I am so excited to see what this thing's capable of. I don't think I'm going to buy a SpaceX Roadster. If I'm in a position to do so, hang around, because I will be. But, you know, I don't have loads of money lying about. Let's see how much this thing costs. Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe Elon's just an extra 50K for some rocket boosters. You never know. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I want to shout out a massive thank you to Michael, Hyder, Marcel, Daniel, Andrew, and Lewis for all using the referral link to buy their Teslas. If you're thinking of buying a Tesla, please use the link in the description. It gets you 1,000 free supercharger miles. It gets me 1,000 free supercharger miles. And it does help support the channel. And thank you so much for that. I do appreciate it. Thanks for watching this far, guys. As always, you have been wonderful. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.